Okay, just played a large hand. I just picked up this free book. Leaving out,
face.
probably gone. That's sixes. Good morning. Today I'll enter the last tournament that I'll be entering for my trip here to Las Vegas in the WSOP. It is the $800 Independence Day celebration tournament where we start with 40,000 chips and I think we get 30-minute blinds. So it's the last tournament, but it's not the last entry. So if I don't make it through to day 2 today, we have a second flight tomorrow of this same tournament. I suspect we'll get like 6,000 entries, 8,000 entries maybe. We'll see. Should be a good one. It's the last one for the trip, so let's hope that it's a good one and make the most of it.
你就不如说你在桌上的时候，他安排个人替你。
Okay, we're here on first break of the $800 Independence Day, and I've got a couple of hands to talk about. First hand, the blinds are 200, 300, 300. Early position player raises to 800. I'm on the cutoff with King Queen off. I re-raise to 2,500. The button calls and early position player calls. Flop comes 10-8-5 with 2 clubs. Early position player checks. I bet 2,500. The button calls and the early position player calls. Turn card comes a 3. That's not a club. Early position player checks. I decide to fire a second barrel, 8,500. And the button folds, early position player calls. River comes an ace, early position player leads out for 9,500, and obviously I have nothing here. I was trying to make it look like kings, queens, aces, ace, king, and if he leads into me with, when the ace comes on the river, then I know I'm beat here. I fold, he says that he has ace 10, and other players at the table say they thought I had kings or queens, so I guess I made a good show of what I was trying to do there. That leaves me with 20,600. A few hands later, I'm on the hijack. I raise to 800 with jack of hearts, 9 of hearts. Button calls, big blind calls. Flop comes queen 10-3 with 1 heart on it. Big blind checks, I bet 1,200. The button calls and the big blind folds. Turn comes a jack, so I make a pair of jacks now. But I check and the button checks. River comes 8, so I make the straight. I bet 3,000, they call, and I win. So that puts me up to 26,900. And then I just win a few small pots, and I end the first session with 30,700. So yeah, going back into the second session, still down from the starting stack, but able to fight back. Blinds aren't too high just yet, so should be all good. Okay, just played a large hand after the break. In under the gun 1, I open ace 2 suited of spades. The blinds are 300, 600, 600. I raise to 1,200. The player in the hijack calls. The player in the hijack 3 bets to 3,500. The player in the cutoff calls, and I call from under the gun 1. The flop comes 9-9-2 with 1 spade. Obviously the 2 is not a spade, so one of the 9s is a spade. I check. The original 3-better bets 3,000. The cutoff folds, and I call, figuring they could be on just 2 high cards, and my pair of 2s now could be winning. Turn comes king of spades, so now I have backdoor flush draw. I check, and the original 3-better from the hijack, checks behind. River comes 10 of spades, so I make the flush. I lead out for 5,000, and the original three-better raises to 20,000. I think I have about 25,000 left in my stack, so it leaves me with about 5,000. I think for a while, and I figure he can have the hands that can beat me are pocket kings and pocket tens. Those are the ones that 3-bet pre-flop, but then he could be doing this with a worse flush, just a 9, potentially king 10. So I end up calling, and he shows king 9 of diamonds for the full house, and I lose, left with 5,000 chips. I fold a round and a half and end up pushing all in for 3,300 over a raise. Get called behind me, and the original raiser calls. I have pocket sixes, and here's the video. If you're leading out, I'm probably gone. I have sixes. Six. Hey. Oh. One more than that. Close. So behind me is the main event, day 1A. And there might be some more tables in there, maybe. Go and have a look, but that's $10,000 buy-in. Not what I will be doing this year, at least. And more main event tables over here. I just picked up this free book, A-Game Poker by Elliot Rowe and Ryan Carter, from the Primed Mind crew here at the WSOP. So yeah, if you want this book, go and see them. You can get it for free. All right, we'll close off today's video. I just spent a few hours supporting Dave, my buddy on the rail there. He's playing the $800 Independence Day. He has a somewhat okay stack at the moment. I left him to it, so hopefully he can keep building on it then. Other than that, if you're enjoying these videos, click the like button. If you want to watch more of them and be notified when I release the next one, click the subscribe button, and I'll catch you later.